Rebecca Black.
Yes? Thank you!
You and I have something in common.
Yes?
We, as 15-year-olds, were both part of something that was very big in its own way. You had your music video Friday. I was driving a spaceship on Star Trek. But what we have...
I guess you wait on that,
but what we actually have in common is that large portions of the internet, having never gotten to know us as human beings, decided they hated us. And they were really unbelievably shitty to us. You have had your successful revenge much quicker than I did.
Yeah, I guess you can put it that way.
Because I see that now you are touring and you're recording and you have a record label and you have done more before 20 than a lot of people do before 40. And I wonder, would you talk a little bit about the early days of your fame and what it felt like for you to be doing a thing that you loved and then to be so vilified by people?
I guess it was just a bit shocking for me because I had no idea the video was even going on YouTube. And I didn't know until it was uploaded. So it was just there and it didn't really do anything for a month. I didn't really want it to even, just because I didn't do it to become famous. I did it to get time in a recording studio. So to then have everything happen and obviously you have haters and stuff like that. It was weird to, I don't think I ever really processed how many people it really was, I guess, just because everything happened so fast. And all of a sudden I grew up really fast and kind of had to put any 13-year-old problems aside, and you have to learn how to kind of fend for yourself, because there is no one that will help you, really, unless it's family. So I guess it was just dealing with now having to act like an adult, but still be only 13, and also have haters, which to be honest, never really bothered me that much. Clearly, I'm still here.
I want to go back in time with you. I want to put you in a time machine and take you back to 1987 so you can tell 13-year-old me how to cope.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm missing some sort of emotion, because everyone always says I'm crazy for not having gone insane. But yeah, I guess I just never had time to even focus on it. And by the time I did, I didn't care about it anymore. I learned to get a thick skin.
Did you always want to be a singer?
I've always wanted to be a performer. I've danced, I've acted, done really nothing that even really matters enough to talk about. But my big thing is performing and entertaining.
Yeah.
And I do really like singing. Yeah.
And now you get to do what you love to do.
Yeah, exactly. I guess you could say that. I get to talk on a panel talking about what I love to do. So it's cool.
I think one of the things that I love about Vidcon, and one of the things I love about being part of the YouTube community, even though I feel like I'm a little bit removed from it because I just do one show on Geek and Sundry, and you guys have all of your own things that you built, is that the things that we do, we could not do them at any other time in history. If any of us took the ideas that we have developed to what would have been, we would have had to go to network, or even if we'd had to go to cable television 10 years ago, 15 years ago, it would not have been possible for us to do the things that we do. When you guys started, we'll just go down like that. When you started your channels and you started making things, how long did it take you to find this is what I want to do? This is my channel's voice.
For me, I started making videos in 2007, but it was just singing videos and very, very sporadically. I didn't really I had no schedule whatsoever. I uploaded maybe 3 times a year. if I was lucky. And yeah, I just kind of did it whenever I wanted, not for any particular reason. I can't really remember my reasoning why I did it. Yeah, I just kind of did it for fun whenever I was bored, I guess. And then it was in 2012, late 2012, that I saw a lot of vloggers doing vlogging, and I'd always kind of thought that I wanted to maybe give it a go and that I could, you know, try it because it looked like a lot of fun. And then, yeah, it took me coming home from shooting one of the Spud movies that I was just really, like, impossibly bored. And yeah, I think that was when I kind of started, that was the day that I started kind of finding my channel's voice, was when I started vlogging and I started uploading weekly. And then even from that point though, it took me a while to, like, I think everyone kind of has that awkward phase when they first start doing YouTube where they kind of copy everyone else and think, oh, that's what everyone's doing, so I guess that's what I should do. And then you kind of develop a style after a while, and like things like my outro now, that took a long time to like get to and it wasn't a conscious thing, it just kind of happened slowly over time. And yeah, now I feel like I've really kind of got my style of video. That's one of the best things about YouTube, is, you know, that freedom to kind of mess around until you find something you really like.
According to a lot of my friends who live in Australia, the internet in Australia can basically be defined as this content is not available in your country.
Yeah, and the upload speeds are like flipping terrible.
So have you ever been tempted to troll America by just putting up a video that's 15 minutes of this content is not available in your country?
I haven't, but I am now.
I'm looking forward to that.
Well, I started making videos because when I was 12, I read The Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants. And I was a really cool 12-year-old boy, and there was a character in the book that did videos, and I was like, I want to do videos. So I went on Amazon and bought a camera with my mom's credit card. Don't do that, she was mad. And started making videos with my siblings. Shout out to them by the wall over there. I remember the first video I made was, I think one of them was a cheerleader and I was a stage mom. That wasn't popular, none of you guys know it. And I just started making characters on YouTube, and then I did Fred, which took off, and then that kind of died down, as things do, I guess. And I wanted to do YouTube again, and I had a channel called Lucas, and I started to do videos as Lucas, but it felt really weird because I didn't really know how to do a video and not be a character.
Yeah.
And I saw people on YouTube vlogging, and it was really uncomfortable for me, so I found my friend Jenny, and I could be comfortable in front of her by myself. And I feel really nervous now for some reason. I'm sorry, like you just had like a stroke. What just happened?
Please don't have a stroke.
But I did videos with my...
Screaming teenagers, please do not have a stroke.
I just had, did videos with... I forgot what I was talking about.
You're talking about Jenny.
I did videos with my friend Jenny, and yeah, that's it.
Mitchell and Tessa, the OGs on the panel.
Yes.
So when you were original YouTube ballers, and then all these young kids come rolling for your hood, did you feel that you had to step up your game?
No.
Good. All right. I will accept it. I accept that answer. Thank you. Points.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I started when I was 17, and I think to this day, 7 years later, I'm still very much finding what I want to do with this channel.
Yeah.
I'm constantly in a progression of changing and trying to grow and do new things, and yeah.
So it's sort of, I think it's sort of tacky to talk about money, but do you get pressure, or any of you guys, do you get pressure or like these great ideas from people that want, like an advertiser wants you to talk about a thing, or don't do this, do more of this?
Anytime someone says to you, I got a great idea, whatever's about to follow is not a great idea.
Yeah. I found that when a person says, you know what you should do, what they're actually saying is, you know how I can make money off of you.
This is true, especially when you are under the age of 18, because you have no idea what you're doing. I will learn from experience.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, do you want me to talk more about how I was taken advantage of?
No, that's fine. Let's not drag you through that again. But Trevor, so you started out with Apple Store videos, which are really funny, by the way. I watched a lot of them as I was preparing to come here and talk to you.
I mean, that's what the public knows, but I mean, I had plenty of previous YouTube channels. I mean, one, the ultra famous Captain Cool Kid, and Funny Boys, and all this stuff that none of you guys even know about. I mean, I was 8 or 9. I started the Trevor channel when I was 11. But, I did the Apple Store dances because I just love entertaining, making people go, what the heck? And I still, yeah, like Mitchell said, I still don't know what I'm doing with my channel. I want to make singing videos. I mean, I want to make vlogging. Sometimes I just want to twerk. I mean, I don't know. I don't even know what I'm doing. But I mean, you guys still stick around and watch and support, so that's all that matters. So.
This is an interesting thing that comes up a lot with a lot of people I know that are successful on YouTube. Is that everyone says, I don't know how it works. I don't know. I don't know why people like me. I don't know why. I always tell people, look, you're not going to like this. Don't come. You're going to hate it. And then people still sort of do. So at 8 years old, I was talking about this with some of my staff last night. If I had made videos when I was 8 years old, it would have been with a camcorder that's about the size of this laptop. And it would have been me recreating wrestling moves in my backyard.
All right.
I'm really grateful that a lot of that stuff died in a fire before it could have been put online. But at 8 years old to decide, yeah, this is a thing that I want to do. Do you feel like you traded some of like just the fun of being a kid for being, for like having a YouTube business?
Oh no, because this, like the YouTube thing was like all I wanted to do. Like I saw Fred, I saw Mitchell, I saw Tessa, I saw Rebecca and everything, and I was, I was younger. I love Troye, guys. But I saw them all and I was like, I really, really, really want to do this. And I mean, I pulled up my Windows computer with a really crappy webcam and turned on some Windows Movie Maker effects. And I'm like, this can work.
That's where it started.
That's where it started.
Can I just say something? I think there's something really, really genuine about the fact that no one really knows what's going on at any point in time. Like, I think that, it's kind of the ups and downs and the changing of the content and everything that makes YouTube feel so real and personal. And I think that that's what people end up connecting with. And then you can go back in time and you can watch people progress. And I love going back, like Miranda Sings, for example. You can go back and watch an old Miranda video. And it was like a completely different character a couple of years ago. The character has grown and none of us have noticed it over time because we've grown with her. But the character's just grown and changed so much. And another example, Daily Grace. My favorite Grace videos are not Daily Grace. It's Grace. Shit. My favorite It's Grace videos are the ones where she's like hungover in bed. You know what I mean? Like the days where she can't be bothered doing anything else. Like it's those kind of like real moments where everyone's kind of just, I don't know, figuring things out that make YouTube so cool, I think.
Do you feel like you live in public?
Only when I'm with daily vloggers, because you kind of end up in the background of a vlog or whatever.
Right.
And it kind of feels like a bit like a reality show almost. But the rest of the time, no ways. No, I'm very in control of kind of what I put out and what I don't.